Have you ever found yourself trying to make something specific occur, only to see it drift even farther out of reach? Maybe it was a relationship, a career goal, or achieving success. It seems that regardless of how much effort you put in, sometimes things simply refuse to align with your plans. The harder you pursue, the more it seems to slip away. But consider this. What if I suggested that the secret to genuine tranquility and accomplishment lies in ceasing your attempts to force outcomes? This is precisely the viewpoint the ancient Stoics held. In this presentation, we will explore why relinquishing control is a powerful ability and how you can live more effortlessly, accepting what life offers rather than battling against it. Life is often unpredictable. We make plans, we build expectations, we work hard, but occasionally, despite our best efforts, outcomes don't match our desires. This is where feelings of frustration, stress, and unhappiness typically start. But imagine altering your perspective. What if, rather than attempting to manage every detail, you allowed life to simply unfold? The classical Stoic philosophers, including figures like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, advocated for living in harmony with nature. They believed in accepting circumstances as they arise and choosing adaptation over resistance. Here, we will look into how forcing situations leads to needless difficulty, and how adopting the Stoic way of thinking can foster clarity, resilience, and inner peace. Number 1, control what is possible, accept what is not. Picture yourself caught in heavy traffic, running late for a significant meeting. You might honk your horn, feel stressed, and nervously tap your fingers on the steering wheel. But does any of that actually alter the situation? No, you remain stuck. Epictetus instructed that the sole aspect truly under our command is our own mind. Everything else, the behavior of others, external occurrences, even the weather, lies beyond our influence. So rather than trying to bend situations to fit your wishes, try aligning your wishes with the reality of the situation. Ask yourself, is this within my power to change? If the answer is no, then practice letting it go. Number 2, the misconception of force. We frequently operate under the belief that applying more pressure will get us nearer to our objectives. However, more often than not, the reverse effect occurs. Think about someone in a strained relationship who sends constant messages, obsesses over details, and tries to compel affection. Instead of pulling the other person closer, these actions tend to push them away. Why does this happen? Because compulsion generates resistance. As Seneca insightfully stated, fate guides the person who accepts it and pulls along the person who resists it. Put simply, instead of fighting against the current of reality, learn to move with it. Have faith that what is destined for you will arrive in its own due course, without needing you to force its arrival. Number 3, release your attachments. A significant source of unhappiness in life stems from attachment. This could be attachment to individuals, specific results, or even our social standing. The more tightly we cling to something, the greater our fear of losing it becomes. Imagine holding sand tightly in your fist. The harder you clench, the faster the grains escape through your fingers. Yet if you simply relax your hand and keep it open, the sand remains. Life operates similarly. Letting go isn't about surrendering or giving up. It's about releasing the urge to control and liberating yourself from the worry associated with attachment. When we cease obsessing over how things ought to be, we create the necessary space for them to develop naturally. Number 4, nature operates on its own schedule. A tree doesn't hurry its own development. It doesn't insist that winter conclude prematurely or compel its buds to bloom before springtime arrives. Instead, it adheres to the natural flow of life, maturing at its inherent speed, aligned with the seasons. This offers a valuable lesson we can apply to our own lives. Life unfolds according to its own timeline. Just because an event doesn't occur precisely when we desire it doesn't mean it will never happen. Trust the timing inherent in your life's journey. Sometimes patience is required, and other times we must allow situations to evolve organically. The journey itself holds as much importance as the final destination, and frequently, the things we feel must happen immediately are actually meant to manifest later, perhaps when we are better prepared to receive them. Number 5, take action without applying force. So, does embracing the natural flow of life imply merely sitting passively and doing nothing? Not at all. The Stoics placed great value on action, but it was a specific kind of action, one guided by wisdom and careful judgment, not by desperation. It involves taking thoughtful, measured steps towards your objectives while maintaining a sense of detachment from the specific outcomes. Consider an archer. He trains diligently, takes aim, and lets the arrow fly. However, once the arrow is in motion, he cannot influence the wind or its ultimate landing spot. His responsibility is to release it accurately, not to dictate the result. Likewise, in our lives, we should take necessary actions but refrain from attempting to force every minor detail to conform to our wishes. Concentrate on the process, have confidence in the effort you have invested, and relinquish the need to manage the final result. Number 6, inner calm originates from surrender. The most profound strength is found not in attempting to manage everything, but in yielding to the current of life. When you let go of the persistent need to struggle against or manipulate circumstances, you become receptive to a deeper sense of peace that resides within you. Life can be erratic, and sometimes it deviates from our plans. But genuine inner tranquility emerges when you cease trying to force everything into a predetermined mold. Marcus Aurelius grasped this concept well, noting, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Authentic power doesn't lie in manipulating external events, but in mastering your internal world. When you accept life as it unfolds without resisting, you become resilient against its difficulties. Surrendering is not about being passive. It signifies acknowledging what you can control, your reactions, and what you cannot, everything else. By doing this, you cultivate a profound sense of stability and peace. Number 7, welcome uncertainty as an opportunity. Life is inherently filled with unknowns, and although it might feel natural to dread the unfamiliar, the Stoics viewed uncertainty as the very place where true potential resides. Much like the ocean is immense and unpredictable, life too is in constant flux, brimming with surprises. Rather than fearing this uncertainty or trying to map out every single step, embrace it as an avenue for learning, development, and adaptation. Every unknown situation carries the possibility for growth that rigid, inflexible plans cannot accommodate. By accepting uncertainty, you make yourself available to fresh experiences, different viewpoints, and creative solutions you might never have encountered if you were fixated on controlling every variable. Life's unpredictability isn't a danger, it's an entrance to new possibilities. When you stop being afraid of the unknown, you begin to recognize the vast opportunities it holds. So the next occasion you notice yourself attempting to force something, be it a relationship, a career advancement, or even managing your own feelings, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, am I moving in concert with life, or am I struggling against its current? True accomplishment and contentment don't arise from coercion, but from trust, patience, and the wisdom to discern what truly lies within your sphere of control. If this message resonated with you, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. Please share your thoughts or experiences in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights drawn from Stoic wisdom. Until our next conversation, keep in mind, don't force it, flow with it.